everyone, it's Michael here at Home Health Success Academy, where our goal is to be able to help you create your first home care, your home health or hospice agency. So in this video, we will talk about the keys and obstacles to a successful home health, home care, or hospice business. You, as a business entrepreneur, can actually have a great impact on whether your business is a success or if it's a failure. So let's talk about the keys to success in an agency. Number one is you research and understand the home care market. Just because you're a current caregiver, you're a nurse, you're a therapist, and you want to start your own company, right? You provide great care, you know how this is done. You also have to understand you have to research about everything about a particular company, about an industry you're getting into. It's not just the industry, the type of business it is, but is your territory a good place to be able to, have a good business structure to be created? Number two is you undertake a feasibility study and develop a business plan. You have to have a business plan, and you have to be able to kind of have a feasibility study as well, right? A feasibility study is, you being able to understand that, hey, is there a market for our company? Or should I actually create the company in a different city or in a different territory? A lot of people out there unfortunately decides to open up their business where they live. Because one of the biggest reasons they want to actually have their own company is because they're sick and tired of actually, traveling far to go to the place that they work. So they kind of figured, if I open up a business that is close by, it's less traffic for me. But you guys have to understand, you never know if the business is going to work well in your area of the woods where you actually live. The third thing on keys to success is you conduct a self-assessment. You need to start finding about yourself. Number one, are you good at managing companies? What are your, your pros and your cons as a person, right? And at times, you guys might want to do everything by yourself, the jack of all trades when starting a business. That's fine when you're starting your business, but it takes a different set of people to take you from 0 to 500,000 or 500,000 to 2 million type of a business. So you have to understand is you need to assess yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And I always say double down on your strengths, and in your weaknesses, find people that can actually take care of those things right there. Fourth, you hire the right staff. You have to hire the right staff, whether it's regards to you hiring the right marketers so that they can actually bring in referrals for you guys to be able to make money. Number two is bringing in the right managers, people to manage your company. And next thing is hiring caregivers or hiring nurses. You have to hire the right people who wants to provide the good services, because you may be bringing in patients and referrals to your agency, but if your team in the field is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, you're going to lose clients as well. So you have to understand that from management through marketing, through people providing care and services for you guys, you have to hire the right staff. Moving on to more keys to success is you provide superior client services. Listen, you have to provide good services. Why? If you keep the patients longer at their homes, guess what? You make more profit if you have a home care company. If you are able to provide great care and that transfers into the, the person who's supposed to be referring to you, and they like your services, they hear good things from, people that they referred them to you, guess what? You're going to be getting more referrals. All right. Now, moving on to more successful stuff is you choose the appropriate geographical area. We said that earlier on in this video, talking about you have to choose the right area. This is part of your feasibility study, your competition matrix, as they may say, in your business plan. You have to understand that just because, you want to be close to your house, that does not mean that will be a good geographical area to be able to run your business. Another one is you advertise effectively. You must have good advertising, right? Other than good advertising, your marketing team has to be great. And one of the best ways to be able to provide and have great marketers is to educate them on what they need to do. And that's one thing that we do. We have 10xpatientreferrals.com, which teaches marketers and owners of companies on how to be able to run a good marketing strategy for your agency. Now, you also need to develop a strong and effective marketing plan. That pretty much comes with your advertising. And lastly, you have to have a positive attitude. You have to understand is that you have to be optimistic on things and not pessimistic. They pretty much say is, you want to be able to be half glass full, not half glass empty. Now let's move on to the obstacles that you may face in creating a successful company, right? Number one is you do not evaluate personal suitability or not being truthful during self-analysis, right? When we ask you guys in keys to your success, you have to be able to analyze yourself. right? But sometimes we lie to our own selves to make ourselves feel better. You have to be truthful to your own self. Find out what your weaknesses are, find out what your strengths are. Number two is you do not have sufficient expertise or capability. Now, this is the truth. If you're starting a home care business for the very first time, you definitely don't have an expertise. So the goal here is to be able to, number one, is research. The fact that you're watching this video means that you are starting to try to figure out what are the things that I need to learn, right? And so for us, for example, we provide an operations manual, a 14 video module training, and as well as consulting to people on their policies and procedures. You know, that's something that you guys can get from our company or from other companies out there. It's all up to you. But if you don't have the knowledge, that does not mean you cannot learn it, right? Everything is learned, right? You just have to put in the time and the work ethic to be able to do this. The next thing we need to be able to discuss on obstacles is you do not conduct a feasibility study. We talked about the feasibility study. If you don't create a feasibility study and you don't create a good business plan, and the thing though is you may have a great feasibility study, a great business plan, but if you do not act on what you've learned and you decide to go on your own and not follow the path that you created, then you're going to have a lot more problems. Next thing is you do not keep records. You have to start keeping records. Now, I, in the beginning, for example, was really bad at keeping records, right? Until, for example, we started having a lot more what they call cloud-based computer systems, or in CRMs. It allowed me to be able to do better at my record keeping, because I would keep a lot of records before, but unfortunately I was not good at, at positioning them and making sure that they are easily used, or I can easily find certain things that I'm looking for. But having things in the cloud with paperless type of systems, it allows me to be able to search things a lot better. And so that's how I improved myself from there. So once again, that was my weakness, but I found my strengths and I know what I need to do to be able to solve those things. Other obstacles you're going to be facing is you do not have sufficient cash flow. Look, it's a business. You have to have cash flow. Or you're trying to start a business, you don't know where to get the money. So we're going to have a whole video talking about where you can actually find the money to be able to start your own business, or to be able to also manage your business to create a higher amount of cash flow coming into your business. Another obstacle you're going to face is you do not provide good management. So whether you're a good manager or a bad manager, that's for you to assess. If you're a bad manager and you know that's something that is your weakness, find a good manager that can complement you as a person, as an owner. Next thing is you don't hire the right staff. Look, hiring the right staff is the most important thing. If you don't understand this, then you're going to have some problems, because there's going to be a breakdown on your services. If your marketer is promising one thing to a referral source or to a family member, then all of a sudden your care team does not deliver, that's going to make you look bad. You're going to lose that patient and you're going to lose that referral source. Next thing is you're not paying attention to your competition. One of the things that we teach in the whole setup of the process of your Home Health Success Academy blueprint, and you need to be able to do what they call a competition matrix to be able to see what your competition is doing in the area. How are their websites? Is your website, better than theirs, even, or not even comparable? Another thing you need to look at is your pricing strategies, right? Are you the lowest pricing? Are you trying to beat the other competition by being the lowest price? And I will tell you guys one thing, the lowest price agencies never last long, okay? The next thing is the type of services and programs you offer. If you're starting a home care company and you want to provide non-medical, caregiver and homemakers, the question I want to ask is, do you have additional programs in there other than the light housekeeping, transportation, pretty much just being there for the patient to be able to assist with ADLs or activities of daily living? What can you do that can be extra that makes you stand out? And the next thing is you expand too quickly. One thing is when you get into business for the first time, you are not a professional yet, right? There's one thing where you manage for another company. There's another thing where you own a company yourself. So one thing you don't want to do is expand too quickly. You have to be able to make sure that you become better at what you do. You actually have the great policies and procedures in place and able to follow those things quickly. Because what happens is if you expand to another territory, you might have to then lose some money as well. So because a lot of the profits from one company has to go to the other to be able to fund that. So you have to understand is that you cannot expand too quickly. Take a certain area, concentrate on that, make good money from it, then make a decision to actually expand your business, right? And the thing though is you don't even need to move to another territory. You can expand within your area, right? Provide better marketing, right? If you have one good marketer, you provide them some good training, they're bringing a lot of patients in, or an average where you think I want to get another area. No, what you can do is hire another marketer, provide them with good education as well, and you can actually double up in your area. So right there alone are the obstacles, as well as some of the keys to success to be able to create a successful home care, home health, or a hospice agency. If you guys have anything else to add to what I shared with you guys, please comment down below. We definitely want to be able to hear from you guys. Always understand, don't forget to subscribe, click the bell so you get notified when we have new videos coming out. Our goal here at homehealthsuccessacademy.com and 10xpatientreferrals.com is to give you guys everything you need to be able to start and create your own home care, home health, or hospice agency.
Hey everyone, we want to be able to invite you to our 10xpatientreferrals.com, where we have our online home health marketing academy that's going to be able to help either a home health, home care, or hospice agency increase referrals, increase their census, and create a profitable company. Now, at this very moment, you're going to have access to these information through these training, marketing to physicians, how to get to hospitals, how to be able to get into nursing homes, and much, much more at a month-to-month basis with no contracts needed. It's just month to month. Now, guess what? We are offering you guys for a limited time 50% off any one of our plans. Just choose which one is going to be able to work better for you. So just stop by the 10xpatientreferrals.com at any given moment. So these are the plans that are available, whether it's the gold, the silver, or the platinum plan. Most people go for the gold plan, but it's up to you what's going to work for you. We definitely want to be able to have you come in and work with us. So here's two choices. Go to 10xpatientreferrals.com or click the link down below. Take advantage of this right now at this very moment and sign up with us. Now, before we continue on to the video, just need to be able to take a few seconds of your time. And so we want to be able to ask you a question. Are you looking to gain more referrals for your agency, your home health, your home care, your hospice agency? We want you to be able to join us at our online marketing bootcamp that has over 7.5 hours of training. When you actually watch our bootcamp and join our online marketing bootcamp training, so sign up for a limited time at 10xpatientreferrals.com. We would like to thank our sponsors of this video, and over here at 10xpatientreferrals.com, our goal is to provide you guys amazing information on every single one of our videos. So medicationreminderprogram.com provides daily medication reminders for your patients. They call your patients twice a day to remind them to take their medications. What happens is a top reason of hospitalization for senior citizens is not taking their medications. So this program allows you to be able to keep your patients and not lose any revenue, but at the very same time, it allows you to stand out when you are marketing to other referral sources, because you're providing more services, more programs than the competition around you guys. The next thing we want to be able to share with you guys is they have 3 different packages available for you at this very moment. Choose which one works for you. If you're an agency that's just starting up and you have less than 10 patients, you can go with the silver plan. Or if you have 50 patients, you can go with the gold plan. Or if you have up to 100 patients, it is only the choice to use the platinum plan. But guess what? It's up to you which one works for you guys. For a cost of as little as 33 cents per patient a day, it is worth everything for you guys. The next thing is HomecareAnsweringService.com. It's an answering services for your agency. So if you want to be able to have us handle all the calls for you in the weekends or the off hours when your business office is closed, we can definitely do that. Or we can even answer your calls for you during the day as well. Allows you to be able to do everything for your company. So HomecareAnsweringService.com is your solution for answering your calls on a timely manner.